Dear friends, please welcome Boris Guillaume. Yes! There he is!
Bonjour, Jean-Charles.
So this is our Sonoma Coast. What do you think of that?
It's funny that you serve this one. I love rosé. Because obviously we live in a part of the country where we have a lot of sunshine, and it's just it's sunshine in the bottle for me. So it's very joyful. It goes with virtually everything. It's both sparkling wine and rosé. I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
And isn't the Sonoma Coast so amazing?
And I love Sonoma Coast.
I'm in love with that texture.
And when it comes to rosé, I love Pinot Noir based rosé. I think there's an elegance to it. Exactly.
So the wine we're having, dear friends, is a great family, the Maboroshi.
Yeah.
That family said we want to make organic and biodynamic wine. And we guided them through, they got their certification, and it's one of the most prominent biodynamic wine we produce in the Russian River. 600 cases made.
Yeah, that's really good.
Unbelievable vineyard designate. And this wine, I got to tell you, blind, besides the exuberance on the nose, you could think it's a Burgundy.
You're right. You get like the brightness that you would often find into some of the Pinot Noir from Burgundy. But I can see that's actually a Russian River, and that's good because you want to be respectful of the terroir here as well, And I can see it's a bit richer. Obviously, you got a bit more alcohol, a bit more density on the mouth, but you still have the elegance. You still have the acidity to match, which is obviously what makes the difference.
I will drink to that.
See?
I'm very excited, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce you to the famous, fantastic Harold Hamersma. Woohoo! Look at this, Harold.
Do you mind that I have a toast with the Loach?
Absolutely.
Oh, the Loach. I love the Loach because, as you know,
I'm going to do the same.
Okay. Sometimes with these kind of wines, when I give a compliment to the winemaker of the person who was able to let them produce these wines, the compliment of this wine is that it tastes like French Burgundy with a touch of California. So we have the Californian terroir, which is of course very important. Yes.
And now, Harold, what do you think of the Pinot side by side? Because if you're talking Burgundy style,
let me fetch. I'll be back. I have to fetch my. I've got all these fantastic Riedel glasses here just around me.
So tell me about why everybody should drink this wine every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Maybe
this is like a high-class Burgundy style Pinot Noir with a touch of California je ne sais quoi.
That's it.
That's the trick. And the good thing is it's elegant, it's drinkable, it's thirst quenching in an intelligent way.
So then we got to go, because in respect of time,
yes, sir.
We got to jump over our collection. We'll go directly to the Raymond Napa Valley.
We are professionals. So I'm always looking at what the fuck did he do with this label? My best tasting notes actually are not about, let's say, intrinsic about the elements of the wine, but I'm talking about associations. My best tasting notes, you feel, taste, hear the wine, and I didn't use the word blackberry, cranberry, raspberry,
emotions,
tobacco, but I talk it's like a cage fighter, and he kicks you in the corner right on, but when he picks you up again, he kisses you full in the mouth, and you fell in love with him, and then you know what kind of wine you get, and you never forget it again.
We're going to be with my friend Sabrina Weneth. She's an incredible winemaker, 5 generations of winemaking with the famous Hess collection. She owns wineries all around the world, including an amazing one in the heart of Napa Valley and one of the most incredible modern art museums. I wanted to interview her, and she is a very famous, highly accomplished Oxford graduate, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Swiss, British raised, psychotherapist. So, dear friends, are you ready to meet the famous Sabrina herself?
Wow, what an introduction, Jean-Charles. Amazing.
Bonjour, bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
I created this series of wine that I love, by the way, for you as the wine
I
expert.
love it. Alchemy of dreams. We need to get onto dreams next. I will have a sip.
Absolutely. And as you have a sip and analyze the wine, I would say, Sabrina, I live my life as a theater. So I believe life is a sequence of acts. And in the major play, this is the view of Wapo Hill through your
I
eye.
didn't realize that. Okay.
You could see the stairs of Wapo Hill taking you to the house you've been to many times.
Yeah, incredible house.
Vineyards, which is the alchemy of the senses through the bucolic to tasting. And this is not vine, but forks holding the vines, because wine and food is correlated so much together.
I think the piece that I'm taking away on my end is your lack of judgment about anything that floats into your head. You actually just go with it. So you can have this conversation, images or sort of physical sensations, or your imagination is doing something at the same time. And you don't have a monologue of, I should be focusing on, like Sabrina, or you are actually just absorbing and trusting your inner process without any critical thought, which is quite rare because most of us have some sort of negative talk going on and we don't fully trust these impulses.
Exactly, and without being afraid to be judged in one way. And
you should bottle that, because that would be a bestseller if you could bottle the lack of fear of being judged, like going with your gut.
Always believe that everything is possible as long as you put your mind to it.
Yeah, it's just such an interesting angle that I don't, and I think a lot of people often don't get to see behind the scenes of like how you work and how you think. So lots more questions, but we will leave it here. Cheers to you for doing it. And thank you for all the wines that I've now got.